John deals a lot with light and darkness. You know, John wrote the book of John, and he wrote 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, and he wrote the book of Revelation. And in the book of John, he refers to light and darkness over and over. And then 1st John, which he wrote later, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, he deals with the same thing. Most of the time, light and darkness refers to truth and falsehood, or truth in the absence of knowing what's real. If you're in the darkness, you don't know what things are like, and if you turn on the light, then you can see things the way they really are. But also, sometimes it refers to behavior, to sinful behavior. And I think in this particular case, probably not with the rest of the book of 1st John, I haven't really thought about it that much, but I think he's talking about behavior this time, I think. But if not, then he's talking about both. 1 John 1:5. This is the message we heard from him. Remember, not something we came up with. He revealed it. The message we heard from him and announced to you, God is light, and in him there is no darkness at all. So, absence of truth, there's no absence of truth in God, and there's no wickedness whatsoever in God. He's absolutely righteous. No presence of wickedness. Okay? In 2 Corinthians 6:14, boy, oh boy, Christian young people need to latch onto this. 2 Corinthians 6:14, don't be bound together with unbelievers. For what partnership have righteousness and lawlessness, and of what fellowship has light with darkness? You marry somebody that doesn't have a relationship with Jesus Christ, they're not going to help your relationship, they're going to hinder it. They're going to have an influence on you, and if they don't have much of an influence, there's still going to be a speed bump in your Christian life when you're trying to become more like Christ. Every once in a while, somebody will come along, and get saved after their Christian partner has married them. That is very much the exception. It's not the rule. And so there's no darkness whatsoever in God. He's light totally. And I believe the reason that he's saying that is because Gnosticism was pretty much based upon the teachings of Plato. You don't add some philosopher's teachings to the revealed gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ, but the Gnostics did it. And Plato taught that what was spiritual was real and what was physical was not real. And so this isn't real, but the spiritual John Coker, whatever that is, that's reality. And so spiritually, that's the real thing about your life. And so what happens with your physical body is of no consequence. What happens with the spiritual part is. So if what happens with my physical body is of no consequence, then whatever I do with my physical body is okay. Gee, I wonder what that's going to result in. Sexual immorality? Oh, you bet. Indulgences of every sort, because the physical is not what's real. The spiritual is what's real. And the Gnostics were just all over that. And then John said, you know what? That kind of behavior is darkness. And God is light. There's no darkness whatsoever in him. So, Mr. Gnostic, boy, are you out of line. Boy, are you in deep trouble. That's what I got for you. Have a great day.